It's Monday, December 2nd, and we are just, I'd say, an hour and a half past the last recording that I got done at the end of the day. Yes? And then just like you get into a fight, you get kind of knocked down, you get kind of like discouraged. What do? You get right back up and you record and finish the cartoon all before 2 a.m. Well done, sir. What are you saying? Well done to a 47-year-old man who's going to bed at 2 a.m.? That's a bit of a stretch. Much of the spiritual path, I contend, much of the journey happens at night. Why? Worldly affairs. We have so many worldly affairs that have to be attended to on the daily basis. Right now, the people I love are unconscious. Gives daddy a bit of time. Do you understand? Some space, perhaps. And that is very essential for the spiritual path. That is what is called meditation, I would think, or even prayer. It's a private. Somebody described it on Twitter. They said something about prayer. And I said, what's the difference between prayer and meditation? And they said, prayer is a conversation. It's a conversation with oneself, with the internal, with access, trying to access the divine within, one might say. And so I do like that. But then there are also forms of meditation. Meditation's been kind of simplified in our Western culture. I feel so ripped off in certain ways from being from here. I got none of this ancient wisdom, you know? It's a recent thing with the cultures and the clashing and the translations and stuff. If you think about it, you know, in their species, it's a recent thing that someone like Sadhguru could even be comprehended by us over here, us white savages. What did you call yourself? I mean, that's just me personally. I'm referring to myself as a savage. Also, my company's Mouthy Primate Incorporated. A primate is worse than a savage. A savage chooses not to be civilized. A primate has no idea about such things. So I'm worse, is what I'm saying. I'm worse. Oh, my goodness. The quote is a good one. I've gone over. It's a video tonight that I'm sharing with you. Very excited. I feel redeemed that I'm going to have my material done but not edited. I'm going to have to go to bed. I have to go to bed. I have to get the kids up. I have to make them lunch. That's terrible. Their mom told them tonight that your dad's going to be making you lunch. All three of them, same sound. It wasn't even a sound. It was like their body just expelled the energy that they were going to lose from not having a nutritious lunch or a decent one. My daughter piped up, "He never gives me a plastic spoon." Well, maybe I think microplastics are bad, but mostly because I forget. So yogurt, just dig into that yogurt. Dive in there. 2, maybe 3 fingers. Your hands are small. Get in there. Scoop it up. Kids will love you. Look at the savage. The primate breeds the savage. I actually have a bit about her being feral, so it's time to get back up on stage, I think. I'm feeling it. I hope you're feeling it too. Would you like to see some comedy? This is all I can say. It's going to be a night. Hour and a half I'll give you. So many things to do. I wonder if any will manifest. Really, it's entirely up to me and you. Mostly you, I think. See, if you extend a hand and grab it, hold it with me on this path that you don't even have to walk with me. You don't even have to come, do you understand? You stay where you are. You keep doing what you're doing. You remain you, but there's an orientation change a little bit. The adventure you think you're on is going to pause for 1 second, and you're going to come on this with me just every once in a while. Do wellness checks. I don't expect you to check in every single day. I don't know how I'm keeping up with this. My father couldn't even keep up with the daily cartoon. That takes, 30 seconds to read. This now, it's too much. Too much. And yet here we are. It's the only thing I can think to do. Can you do something every day? I have to do something physical, though. Oh, the body. The body is getting thick. Thick, I'd say. That's a stretch, you know? I mean, I like to not do negative self-talk. So to me, I think fat is maybe take your shirt off. I'd rather not. Well, then you're fat. It's like I used to say on stage, I'm fat, which means when you look at me, I don't look fat. And then I take my shirt off and you're like, oh, shit. Where was that hiding? I suck it in well. It's distributed, but I am thick, and I'm becoming perhaps a little boxy, which is why when I was doing the dance with my daughter last night, she couldn't see my hip actually snapping and moving. It just sort of swayed below the big rolls. Never mind. Thank you so much for listening to the snippet. I hope to see you over on the extended version.